Awesome. All right, how about another question? Who's got one? Let's go right here in the front row. How's that?
Hi, Sam.
Hey.
Since I mentioned earlier that I liked you in Detroit Rock City, I was wondering, are you a Kiss fan? Because I'm a Kiss fan.
I'm glad you're a Kiss fan.
All right, because they call me Dr. Love.
Kiss Army. They actually call you Dr. Is that who? I've always wondered who that song is written about.
Gene Simmons.
No, but now we know it was actually you, right? Because
heck yes.
Gene's he's fine, but you're Dr. Love. I wasn't really. You know, I was like 16 when we made that movie, 16, 17. So I was relatively well versed in classic rock at that point, but I hadn't really developed a real love for it yet. And since then, oh yeah, huge. Yeah. And I respect what Kiss is. You know what they are. I mean, it's they're kind of an amazing phenomenon. So.
Yeah. I mean, Gene Simmons, Superman. I mean, they're both very iconic characters.
Yeah, but Superman could just crush Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons is big.
He's a big guy.
He's a big guy. I work out with him. He works out at my gym, and he's like in the back, and he
does he leer at you? does he stick his tongue out at you?
Take it easy. Take it easy.
I honestly would be surprised if he hadn't.
What kind of music do you listen to? What's your bag?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I'm all over the place. Honestly, like, I listen to everything. I've got a couple stations on my Sirius radio that I just kind of have on all the time. So, yeah, like that. I actually think that we were in the car recently, Brandon and his wife and my wife and I, and we were all listening to the Frank Sinatra station.
Frank Sinatra.
And we were all saying, what was it? You had a funny story. It was like you were driving along and you were driving. I think it was when you were on the East Coast.
No, it was when I was getting married. We were driving up to get married, and we realized we'd been listening to the Frank Sinatra channel for an hour, and we were like, when did we start listening to Frank Sinatra? But it's very soothing on a long drive. So.
It also puts a baby to sleep.
Yeah.
So how's that? You got Brandon and Sam with their wives. You know, how's that for a double date? That's pretty cool. Huh?
Nice.
Okay, another question. Let's work our way back in the room a little bit here. Head on back in that direction. We've got this gentleman back over here with his, I'm assuming it's a Superman hat, but he definitely's got the Superman hat somewhere.
This is for President Routh. I love Superman, it's my favorite show, and I'm a president. And the Superman returns, and when you have the kryptonite, and that's Luthor, did that give you pain in the back? We ran that, but that's like a trick or something?
What about the kryptonite when it's in my bag?
He stabbed you in the back. Was that hurt real bad?
Did it hurt? Oh, did it actually hurt?
Yeah.
No, because what they did is he had a little piece of it that had like you only see the back end, you know, like a stab you with a sword, but it's only this part sticking out, so it was just this, you know. And what hurt about that scene was is we did that, and then it's water in that scene that I'm kind of sloshing through, and that water was so cold. And we did that scene, plus it's a traumatic scene. I'm getting, you know, my butt whooped, and we had to do it about 8 times, and it was just, you know, being submerged in water and choking and really trying to act like I'm getting killed. So that was a tough scene. That was one of the hardest things to shoot in the movie, actually. Yeah.
Toughest day on the set, was it?
Yeah.
Exactly. Because the wire work and stuff like that. I mean, once you kind of get into the rhythm and everything, did you kind of?
Yeah. That you know, if you know, in the 10th hour of this, it
gets a little old, right?
Yeah, but at least I was warm. So.
Was there a learning curve on the wire stuff? I mean,
there was a big learning curve. I had a great movement coach, a guy named Terry Notary, and he used to work with Cirque du Soleil, and he did the Apes and the previous Planet of the Apes, not the new ones coming out, and a lot of other movies that involve, you know, movement, specific movement. And so we worked a long time creating the choreography different moves and giving them names, using my swimming background, because I really felt that added a fluid motion to the flight. So once we did that, I felt, I could feel when I was in the right position and my body was straight and all those things.
Very good. Okay, how about some more questions? What do we got? Harley Quinn, you got a question, do you? Okay, Supergirl.
Smallville, you're our 6th member that we've been coming here, and the rest of you is our 3rd one. You listen to the Superman song, 10 Feet Tall Bulletproof by Travis Tritt, and the Footloose song, I Need a Hero, where the part says, it takes Superman to sweep me off my feet, and never is, if you don't give your heart wings, you'll never ever fly, so you need to put those in your radio. And what was it like to work with Nolan Neal's Superman?
We didn't actually have the scenes with Noelle. Did you get to meet her, though?
No, I met her, and she's a lovely woman, and
You didn't even know she was in the movie?
she is.
Oh, right. Oh, that's right.
Gertrude. Yeah.
I forgot. That's her.
She's yeah.
You never see her face.
Gertrude. Yes, she's Gertrude. She's the dying. She's Lex's dying heiress.
We'll screen it for you a little
She's
later.
not an heiress,
I've never seen it.
No, she's
We just fast forward to these parts.
I would have liked to have actually worked with her, but I have met her a couple times.
So when you hear songs on the radio where the word Superman comes up, and you kind of like ping on that, and like
Yeah, it's funny. It's strange, especially when you just turn it on.
Yeah.
Just turn the radio on, and it happens to be
Yeah.
a song that has Superman. So I was like, what? That's weird.
Now with the marketing and stuff like that, I mean, you have the posters. I mean, 6 foot tall stand up of Jimmy Olsen that you can get, and yeah, you ever seen it? Oh yeah.
I haven't seen it.
So I'll tell you, I mean, everybody gets their action figures and stuff like that, but you, okay, I'm going to open this question to everybody. Hands in the air. How many people here have their likeness in wax at Madame Tussauds Wax Museum? Anybody? Anybody? Yeah, right here. Now, how was that? Was
That was a strange process. I went to this hotel, and you just stand on this circular, like a lazy Susan thing that they just turn, and they take these minute measurements. But it was about 6 months after the movie, and after I got done with the movie, I really didn't want to work out very much anymore. So I was really kind of embarrassed. They're measuring me, and I thought, oh, this is not really as good as the movie, but that's all right. But no, it was cool. And then when I got to go to New York and see it, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I remember seeing the picture that there was a bunch of kids around and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when the kids see you, I mean, is it really? I mean, especially like out here, you get to be with the fans and all that sort of stuff. It's got to be really something.
It's cool. Sometimes I scare kids. I mean, I understand that. I do yell at them, which is part of it. It's great when if they're young enough, then they don't know, which is great. But sometimes they get really nervous, and I'm sad for them because I want them to have not run away. But it's great, it's people of all ages. And one of the coolest things when I was actually filming the movie, people of all ages would come and visit the set. We had a few visitors, and if I was in the suit, kid or adult alike were nervous and shaky, and it was a kind of a cool thing to be in the presence when I was in the suit. So to see the effect of the suit on people like Sam, yeah, I had to drag him out of his room every day.
It's terrible. It's like seeing Santa Claus. The first time I saw it, I was in
better,
except cooler, except thinner. We had adjoining dressing rooms. His actual room that he got put in the suit in was a separate room that he had, and it was right next to my room. And I remember I'd been totally geeking out about wanting to see him in the suit, and all of a sudden one day I'm just sitting in there, and he just walks in, and it was I literally teared up, choked up, just couldn't breathe. It was pretty amazing. It was, in all seriousness, it was amazing. You remember, dude, and also also like when he put the suit on, it was like he became Superman. Like he like you know, he's Brandon. But like when he put the suit on, he became almost regal and ethereal and spiritual. It was bizarre. It was,
what are you saying? What are you
I don't know what I'm saying. I actually don't.
called you a god.
I did. I did. You were godlike. And then he throws on the fishnets. Forget it. Oh, I mean Alaina.
No, I can relate to that though, because Smallville, it's the same thing. You know, even though Tom doesn't wear the suit. Yeah, I wanted to see him in the suit too. But the first episode I did in season 7, there was like a big fight in the Luther mansion, and it was Lex and Green Arrow and me and Clark, and I was like, this is awesome. And it's lit like a comic book. I mean, and I'm not traditionally a comic book fan, so it really it does sort of like stump you.
Yeah,
like,
it's
wow,
super cool. Yeah,
to be a part of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what have you got coming up now? What projects are you working on that we can look forward to?
I just got an offer to do Alphas, that new sci-fi show. I've actually passed on almost everything that's come my way this year, and I've been beginning to like kind of regret it. I was like, oh, what did I do? But I'm looking for the next right show or project, not just the next one. So yeah, they just called me yesterday when I was on my layover in Chicago, and it looks like I'll be going on Monday to shoot an episode of that. So.
Well, Sam, how about you? Are you tied into being here for a while? What's your commitment on that?
Well, like any TV show, I think they lock you in for like 7 years, if you're lucky enough to get 7 years of a show. But yeah, we're just about to start shooting again in July. I have a month to get skinny so that you can all see me naked again. I know most of you are wanting to not see that.
Fanboys too!
We'll see.
And now you just kicking around, not doing much, right?
You know, I like to take a break. I actually have a movie called Miss Nobody on Netflix right now, which I actually filmed a long time ago. It's a fun kind of dark comedy. Not necessarily a family movie, but it's not that bad, but anyway. And then I'm doing this film called Crooked Arrows, starting in August in the Boston area. And it's kind of like the Mighty Ducks, except with lacrosse. And the team is in high school. Yeah, lacrosse. I don't play lacrosse. I'm getting a crash course. I'm the coach, so I don't have to.
I played lacrosse in high school. So
oh wow, awesome! It's a great sport, and I'm excited to bring it to the rest of America because people like lacrosse. I've heard of that.
It's an East Coast thing, pretty much.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Well done.